You guys want to play a little in or out?
Love nothing more, Jenna. A little earlier than usual.
Let's do it anyway. Now that the Lakers have Anthony Davis in the fold, they can turn their attention to filling out the rest of their team. They currently only have 7 players under contract. See you in or out on the Lakers chasing role players instead of a third star.
Jenna, I'm totally in, and the reason why is because I think it's the practical way of going about trying to build the rest of this roster. I think that the big 3 is over within the NBA, and these role players become more after we saw what Kawhi was able to do, even though Golden State did not have Kevin Durant. This roster should be filled out with guys who can shoot the 3, guards preferably, and, man, this should be very, very exciting for Rob Pelinka because he pulled off the AD trade. I'm going with the role players right now.
If you let me pick the players, I'd be with you. If you're getting Terrence Ross or maybe Darren Collison, maybe Seth Curry on a good deal, Patrick Beverly is a defensive stopper.
It's your show, man.
Like, if I know they're going to get the right players, then I'd agree with you. But you can't screw up Kawhi. You can't screw up Kyrie Irving. And just because Rob Pelinka didn't screw up the AD trade, I'm not just going to assign to him some brilliant deal-making abilities.
Maybe Rob Pelinka wasn't a problem though in L.A.
Yeah, that's all. You know what?
What
and
about
he could
that?
Prove that this summer. If they don't,
maybe the problem was
I ain't gonna be here. So I'm out just because you can't screw up Kyrie Irving or Kawhi Leonard.
Yesterday, an article was released detailing reported turmoil between James Harden and Chris Paul. For the 4th time in 5 seasons, the Rockets were bounced by the Warriors. Nick, you win or out on the Rockets needing to make a trade to still be an elite team next season?
I think the Rockets will make some moves to supplement their bench, but their starting 5 I expect to be back in full, and if they're not an elite team, then we're out of elite teams. So I'm out. Like, I understand they have a Chris Paul contract problem. They might have a Chris Paul-James Harden slight relationship problem, but they still have the best record in the NBA post-All-Star break. They still have a guy who's going to finish 1st or 2nd in MVP voting, probably 2nd. So if they're not elite, who is elite? I'm out.
I'm out because the Western Conference. If Golden State was coming back as we know it, man, I would be like, no, we got to break them up. If they're going to play the Hampton 5, man, which gives Houston problems the last several years, I'd be like, no, trade Capella, try to do what you can. But Chris Paul has an ugly contract that is not tradable. So I got to be out. Come back as you are right now, and you're one of the top 3 teams that we're going to have in the Western Conference.
Let me ask you this real quick before we move on. Capella for Draymond, who says no? It's an interesting one.
Golden State says no.
Golden State says no.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good about that. Pay Draymond a lot of money next summer.
All right, the Pelicans are reportedly interested in trading for All-Star guard Bradley Beal with the recently acquired 4th overall pick from the AD deal. Nick, you in or out on New Orleans trading for Bradley Beal?
Oh, I'm absolutely in on this. New Orleans all of a sudden could become a playoff team in Zion's 1st year. I like the move they made. You had to trade AD. You got the most you could. But one thing they're missing is spacing. You add Bradley Beal, you get that spacing now. You'd either have to send Lonzo to the bench or there'd be maybe a starting lineup issue there. But Bradley Beal for the 4th pick and something else, I'm absolutely in. I think he'd pair beautifully with Drew Holiday and Zion Williamson.
Well, they don't have a point guard between Drew Holiday and Bradley Beal. I got to be out. Both of them play off the ball more than they play on the ball. Lonzo is a starter. So, look, your proposed lineup, this is what we got. Lonzo on the 1, Beal at the 2, Holiday at the 3, Zion at the 4.
We're going small.
Yeah, you
Brandon Ingram at the 5.
Yeah, you're going to get
small.
They're going to put you guys. You know what they're going to do? Put some little small guys into a blender in the little Smoothie King Center that they play in right there and blend them all up and pour them into a glass.
Make them a little smoothie.
I'm out.
That was graphic.
Got to be out, man. Drew is a 2.
Now I'm just hungry. On to the NFL. Matt LaFleur replaced longtime Packers head coach Mike McCarthy, and Aaron Rodgers is already expressing frustration that LaFleur's offense doesn't allow him freedom at the line of scrimmage. See you in on the Packers having an elite offense next season.
I'm going to be in, but that conversation that Aaron Rodgers and that coach are going to have is going to continue. And if that continues in the game, typically they get a little bit heated. This is something I want to watch. But Aaron Rodgers should have a top 5 offense. I don't care if they go back to the Lombardi days. All right? As long as Aaron Rodgers is pulling the trigger, he should be on the top 5 offense.
100% agree. He is one of the 2 most talented quarterbacks in football. He clearly was, I think, clearly glad they moved on from Mike McCarthy. You have fresh blood in there as the head coach calling the plays. Maybe a little bit of friction in the beginning, but I'm absolutely in. Aaron Rodgers is too talented to not be the quarterback of an elite offense in back-to-back years.
All right, take a break. Coming up, hey, Shaquille O'Neal will be here less than an hour. That's still ahead. This is First Things First.
Two of the best teams in baseball go blow for blow in the Bronx. One is led by the league's best third baseman. The other by a masked man, powering the next pinstripe generation. Astros-Yankees, Saturday at 7 Eastern on Fox and the Fox Sports app.
The Kangaroo's pouch provides comfort and security for the little ones inside. Possibly the inspiration behind Hanes Comfort Flex Fit with a breathable pouch. That and probably this. Hanes Comfort Flex Fit.
Incomparable design makes it beautiful. State-of-the-art technology makes it brilliant. The visionary Lexus NX.
Lease the 2019 NX 300 for $359 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
So recently, my son's band was signed by a record label.
A record deal? Unbelievable.
Why Blake and Chris chose Verizon.
Whenever we're about to get on a stage for a huge audience, I always give my dad like a face